May 11th, 2025. Today I had lunch up in Fairlawn with my brother. We went and walked through Summit Mall. There was people in there talking that they went to Riley's Mall to see if she would say something bad about me. And she told them she didn't know what they were talking about. Okay? That John always spoke highly of me. Okay? Well, in, let's see, 19, Kelsey brought Riley over. We went to Massacres Park. Let Riley play. There was people there that said they were from the district attorney's office. And Kelsey was asking me if I knew if Dave was cheating. And I told her I didn't know who she was. But people talk about someone. She said, "You honestly don't know who it is?" And I said, "No." She said, "Well, that frees you up. You don't have to worry about having hate in your heart. Because you can't hate somebody you don't know who it is." I said, "I already figured that." They looked at each other and said, "She honestly doesn't know who it is. We're out of here." She honestly doesn't know who she is. We're out of here. And they left. Okay. In the spring of 19, they talked about a district attorney. No, she's innocent. And he said, no one will ever say a word to her in her life because he knows she's innocent. Okay? And they talked about him. And this one group of people that were following me, someone said that was them. And this one guy sat beside me. And when they walked off, okay, I didn't say anything because he just sat on a bench near me. And they were talking about that district attorney again. They mentioned his name. I went home and looked him up. The guy was a district attorney for Southern Ohio, though. Him and his group came up here. Actually was a district attorney. The ones that they were saying that district attorney knows she's innocent of everything and no one will ever say a word to her. That was 19, okay, in the spring. Well, I was talking to Kelsey, when we were talking about, if I knew if Dave was cheating. And, if I knew who it was, and I kept telling her I didn't know, and, we were talking, and she's like, "Well, it frees you up. You don't have to worry about hating somebody you don't know who it is." And she said, "Karen, I don't know everything that's going on, but I'll tell you what, John is one of your biggest fans." He said, or actually the biggest fan of you. You can't even no one can insult you in front of him. All I hear about is how great my mom is. And if I have a problem, I need to talk to my mom about it. I need to talk to my mom about this. I need to talk to my mom about that. He's your biggest fan. And nobody could ever insult you in front of him. He thinks so highly of you. The police and the FBI recorded that. So where that lady said some lady tried to get Bradley's mom to say something, and she said she didn't know what they were talking about. That John always spoke highly of me. Oh, yeah, the police already recorded her in 19. Yeah, that he wouldn't let anybody insult me in front of him. He spoke highly of me. See, that's what the FBI said. My whole family spoke highly of me. And I'll tell you what, riffraff, leave Kelsey alone. She's remarried. She has a really nice husband, and he's a cutie patootie. And they have other children. And I'll tell you what, trying to get her to go along with that occult, boy, did you pick the wrong person. You picked the wrong person. Yeah. Okay? See, you people forget there's an FBI case. Okay? You forget. You forget there's an FBI case. Did you forget these riffraff walked into an FBI office? Told them they were illegally monitoring me? That's a 7 to 15 year sentence. It's a voyeurism. It lists you a sex offender. And you walked in that office. Agent John was supposed to only be acting dumb to get who all was involved in this. Those ladies announced that on the 19th. He was only supposed to be acting dumb. Okay? And go up and act like he's going along with it and tell on me before he talked to me to find out who all was involved. Here's the drug cartels. Okay? Tell on me for calling the FBI hotline before he talked to me and to act dumb. Okay? You weren't supposed to cross over Agent John. Okay. Does everybody forget the FBI case he opened? That the Stark County Sheriff's in uniform, we all know that they opened an informant case and have his help watcher? They know what Kelsey said. They absolutely know. They help record her. The ones that work my case? They recorded John on Thanksgiving of 18 when I asked him what's going on. I don't know. He said, I told Melissa, his ex-wife, that you'll moving out and going through a divorce. She'll have the kids make up something. Don't worry about it. But she'll have her church people make up something too. But don't worry about it, Mom. No one could ever say anything bad about you. It'll just be made up because of the divorce and you're moving out. I said, you shouldn't have said anything till it happened. Well, I did, and since it's only going to be made up and nobody can say anything bad about you, don't worry about it. Okay? These people think they're God, and they're so full of shit. No one can help her. Well, you ain't nothing but a drug dealer or an extortionist, and you can't tell nobody not to help me. You have no more authority than people's stupidity. And you're dumb, as the FBI said. These people are so dumb you wouldn't believe how dumb they are. She calls a hotline, FBI hotline for help, and they immediately walk into an FBI office, confess they're illegally monitored, and already know she called the FBI. And trust me, nobody ever fell for the dirty doctor scam of taping you unaware before confessing of crimes, and it sounded mechanical, and we knew it was all them and not you. And that weird with yourself, we knew it was photoshopped of washing yourself in the shower, and they photoshopped everything. But if they're going to be that dumb to come in here and try that with us, we told Agent John to go tell that church she called the FBI hotline before he talked to her to find out who's all involved and to act dumb like these people. Okay? The FBI called these people dumb. Up in Summit Mall today, people were saying, you do realize they taped her whole family defending her. Completely. Dave, even Karen, you're good to the kids, you're good to the grandkids, you would never hurt anyone, you're good to everyone, no matter who it is. Danny defended me. He didn't know about button cameras. He didn't know about a shower scene of washing yourself to look weird. They knew I had bruises, throwing up, and almost passing out, but they did not know somebody was drugging me and telling me to say weird and molester stuff and beating on me. They were not part of it. Okay? They defended me. Josh defended me. Okay? John defended me, and Dave. Like they said up in that mall today, they have her whole family taped defending her. These people ever try anything, the police already got them. They have them defending her under police surveillance. They can turn around on them real quick if they ever thought they could try anything. They already taped him defending her. And they have them. Oh, they even have Kelsey. That nobody can say anything bad about you in front of them. All he talks about is how great you are and how good you are, and I got to talk to my mom about this, I got to talk to my mom about that. We were a close family, all of us. I don't think the drug cartel is funny. Running their little extortion ring out of it. Drug confessions, photoshopping and washing, voice alternators, in their own stalking tapes done by the drug cartel. It's documented and verified. I was framed before, and it was a drug cartel in my home before. And I'll tell you what, going to Riley's mom, that was a big mistake. A big mistake. She does not like Lighthouse. She is not apostolic, and she would not have anything to do with them. Picked the wrong person on that one. And Jen and Danny, they want nothing to do with this. I'm so proud of them. And they framed them. See, I have a hard time wrapping my mind around that John and Josh were in on it. And even framing Danny. Hard time with that one. Josh sent me a Happy Mother's Day text. Okay? See, that's where... And he knew if I had money, he needed it, I'd just give it to him. See, he wouldn't have to steal from me. But Dixie, piece of scum, I found out. Melissa, part of that occult. They think they can hurt and exploit people and they can be some kind of apostolic mafia. Exploit and harm people? And then think you can steal from the person you victimized? They already confessed that doctor wasn't mine. He worked for them. And that they had lied. Michelle's admitted it to an agent, admitted it under police surveillance. Also, they admitted it down in Sugar Creek, outside Dutch Valley Restaurant. They admitted it in Summit Mall. People were up there and said, do you realize the drug cartel was up here? And they threatened that girl for telling on them, for that doctor not being hers. And we heard she's the head of a drug cartel. Are they crazy? Yeah, they were saying stuff like that today. Yeah, they're crazy. We're on April 24th, 25. My phone's stuck for the FBI case. Off in the distance, my brother had went into an eyeglass place. Okay? They said, you tell that Will up there that the scam he was going to pull off here to join us is ruined. Michelle told on him that that doctor wasn't even one of hers, that he worked for them, and that they had lied, and his scam is ruined. You tell him we said to take care of her. Oh, they were yelling about that in Hartville. Not too much longer after that. Oh my goodness. They released a tape of the FBI calling these people dumb. And they never fell for it. And da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And yeah, and then where this whole thing was initiation for some guy named Will to get in the drug cartel. But it's that freaky Bill from the Freemasons. We all know he pays people to follow around and say and do stuff. Oh, the Freemasons already confronted him on a Sunday morning, like January to April of 19, before 10 o'clock. Or church. I went in Minerva McDonald's. They followed me. They walk in and I look away and they're like, Bill, she won't even look at you. And you pay hundreds of thousands of dollars for people to follow around. And she won't even look at you. And you told people you liked her and she won't even look at you. He didn't like me. And he's paying people to yell stuff at me, stalkers to come at me. And he's paying for people to bash my head in and try to shoot me driving. No, I won't look at him. Where they were talking about it this last month up in Hartville, outside my work. That is that freaky Bill from the Freemason. We all know he's paying people to follow around and say and do stuff. It's probably him. Oh, probably. Yeah. Where Dave already hired the Florida drug cartel. They were around me 6 months before the case. That's for the attempted kidnapping, attempted carjacking. Where my neighbor, Michelle, on Lennox, seen a car watching my house for months before we moved out. They were already there, waiting. Okay. All right. Instead, they ran a drug scam once I got up there. It's documented and verified as ran before, and it was a drug cartel in my home before. They admitted in 18 and 19 they were using the doctor for the Florida drug cartel, and where they were bragging in Maslin and in Belden that they were relocating people to Florida, and even for him to run experiments on people. Well, they said he was using experimental drugs on me also, and that's why I was losing so much weight. Okay? And nobody was to care if I died. Yes, they're to care if I die. Don't listen to the terrorist. See, that's where everybody forgets about the FBI case. Like my friend Walter from the prosecutor's office. Karen, you don't realize you're in one of the many witness protection programs. Informants are different. You stay yourself, you feed them information. You can tell whoever you want. They can't say a word. It takes a judge to put a gag order on you. That agent's only a higher police officer. You don't even have the authority to ask anybody to stay quiet. He was only bullying you. I said, well, he's already told on me and confessed on a recorded line. He can't tell on you, but you can tell however you want. He can't say a word. Okay? And it takes a judge due to the freedom of speech. He said, you're not only in an informant case, you're in a threat and attempt at life case. And the FBI can never drop you. They can only put you in another witness protection program, and you'll be in protected custody the rest of your life. You get the money for risking your life to get the government information on those people, and they owe you for risking your life, and it's only for risking your life to get them information. They can't, that agent can't make up his own rules. He can't make up his own restrictions. He was only bullying you. That's it. A criminal attorney told me the same thing, and police I talked to. He can't bully you into false statements, under threats. He can't do any of this. He opened a real case where the Stark County Sheriff's at Faith Landing Church, they'll say, we all know they opened an informant case with her. That we helped watch her. We all know they made fun of Agent John for falling for this. The whole thing is a mess. June 7th, 23 made a public fool out of him. Where he was told to go act on. They thought they fooled him. And Lighthouse and the cartel made fun of him publicly. How they fooled him. Okay? But the police taped Kelsey saying, John is one of your biggest fans. No one can even speak anything bad about you or say anything bad. He'd go off. No one can say anything about you. He speaks so highly of you. And everything's my mom this, my mom that, my mom's so great about this. Da 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 da. And he always has to talk to his mom about different things. She said, I don't know what's going on, with you and Dave. She said, but I'll tell you what, John is one of your biggest fans. John was only mad at me because I left his dad and he didn't know why. Because I didn't tell him he was trying to kill me. Makes a big difference. He was mad that I left his dad. See, my kids didn't know he was trying to kill me. They weren't part of it. And I have a hard time wrapping my mind around that my sons, where Dave threatened to kill them all and I laid my life down to save them, was almost murdered. Ran around, even though I knew the police and the FBI were recording everything, recorded my own witnesses in case I died. Hopefully they would get caught before they killed my kids. Was almost murdered several times. Trying to save them. And the thought that they would be in it with Dave and his drug addict girlfriend, having me almost murdered and then drug beaten right by the cartel? Huh? Have me drugged and framed, photoshopped, and drug cartel tapes, and they would risk their own freedom for Dave's new drug addict girlfriend? I have a hard time even thinking of that. I really do. People forget the FBI case. I was found innocent of everything at 18. 18. John's kids in the basement got caught stating they wanted the house for Auntie Shell and Pupple. Okay? Later on to Florida, they were games to pretend they made up laughing sick shit. The FBI and police showed up right after Thanksgiving of 18. Okay? Why are they having those kids make that shit up? Oh, they're just trying to scare her out of the house, that's it. We interviewed her whole family. They spoke highly of her. The investigators that worked the case called Melissa stupid, that she would dare make up something like this in front of them. Melissa's so stupid, she made everything up when you were fishing with Dave. She's actually that stupid. She didn't check where you were. They called her stupid. Actually trying to pull this in front of them. See, they thought they fooled the FBI and they thought they left. And they didn't go anywhere. Do you know how many places and times I mentioned her lying? 21, it was everywhere. Different states. People talking about that girl lying. They used to scream it on the streets. They're documenting me games that pretend. Like Officer John, January 12th, 22, what those kids get caught stating they made everything up. Last month in Alliance, people were out there and said, no, this is funny. They released the tape of those kids saying they made everything up. I know. It also has what? John saying, oh, Mom, don't worry about it. Melissa just had to make up something because of the divorce and you're moving out. But don't worry about it. Nobody can say anything bad about you. Okay? Should have our church people make up something too, but don't worry about it. Nobody can say anything bad about you. It'd just be made up because of the divorce and you're moving out. You shouldn't have said anything until I actually moved out. Well, I did, and since nobody can say anything bad about you, don't worry about it. You know, that thing where the idiot in my old apartment, where they called these people dumb for trying this, he admits he's one of the dumb people walked in that office. Tries to fool everybody and scam everybody to help out in their little hate crime. And they are used to screaming on the streets of Louisville. The drugs and told to say it, framing, Melissa's lies. You know, they mentioned that filthy, dirty statement where they're supposed to drug me and told me to say it before. How many times did they admit it? May 25th, 21, 8, 9, 21, 12, December 9th, 18, December 9th, 21, January 19th, 22, February 2nd, 22. And from the beginning of the case, they tried to lie. They had sodium pentothal reports. They were drugging me and telling me to say all kinds of crazy crap. Laugh in my face how they framed me and framed me before. Photoshopped all their lies. 18. You know, and they admitted years ago they drugged me and told me to say that shit. I used to run to the bathroom and vomit to find out people were playing with me like that. Where I'd take a drink out of a drink in the room and go dizzy and black. Wake up with injection marks. Throwing up, almost passing out, migraine, headache. Giant orange, lemon, and grapefruit sized bruises all over me, and a severe personal infection, pushed out and down, and I never seen or talked to anybody, and I'm blaming the dirty water. Then I'm showering and thinking it's giving me cancer, going to the doctor for all those injuries and lost 18 pounds. To find out drug cartel guys were playing with me like that. Do you know how satanic it is? And that idiot in my old apartment wants to say he's part of that. Makes him very, very dangerous. And I went to all my family physicians, was seen for all the signs of being drugged, being raped. And because I never seen or talked to anybody, nobody thought of a rapist. Talk about scary movie shit. Like Officer Mark said in August of 23, it's documented and verified she was framed before. And it was a drug cartel in our home before. We seen them. Okay. It's documented and verified it was a medication error that made me sick before, and another woman was even using my insurance. Found out through the FBI that it was a girlfriend from Dave had before our marriage. They came up with a scam of him marrying me to get a job at my dad's factory, and so she could have free insurance. The woman, you didn't have to show ID back then. They just took you at your word who you were. Call in your insurance information another time. Never surgeries, procedures, anything. She even used my prescription card. Found out it was his girlfriend from before me. Came up with the idea, because I made $80 a week working with John Calgo. At my dad's factory, he could make $1,000 or more. My whole marriage was a scam. Now, I am tired of this. And these people are going around trying to get my family arrested. People forget the FBI case. I was found innocent of everything in 18. My whole family defended me. And then defended me in my face. That's where up in Fairlawn. The police have her whole family defending her, taped. They ever try to say something, they got them. Because they defended her under police surveillance, to her face, totally. All of them, including Dave. Karen, you're good to the kids, you're good to the grandkids, you would never hurt anyone. You're good to everyone, no matter who it is. Now I'm going to go ahead and upload this.